spend more time sitting than our parents did, than our grandparents did. And in fact, back in my grandparents' day, they worked on a farm, they had a farm. They didn't have to physically go and exercise. It was called living our life. But technology has changed things. Maybe it's your motivation because you literally can't physically get to the gym. Well, maybe today's the day that you sit and be fit. No, sitting doesn't have to be the new smoking. It can actually be the way that you work out, and it doesn't even have to feel like working out, because guess what? I can be reading, I can be watching television, I could be working on my computer, and yes, I'm getting my steps in. My mother-in-law is watching right now, and I know you are too. Does it count my steps? Yes, it does.
Definitely. And again, it won the Good Design Award. So this has credentials that are so incredible. The Good Design Award has been won by BMW, Apple, Audi. The way this has been designed is because we are now tired of saying get up and move, because most of us, including myself, on average,
we're not listening.
We like to sit. We sit on average for at least 9 hours a day. You know, and until I got my tracker telling me, oh, you've been sitting for 30 to 40 to 50, time goes, whether we're watching our favorite television program. Let's make it effective, whether you want to recline back in a chair or sit upright at your desk. This is discreet but incredibly effective. The more muscles you use when you do a workout, or active living as we're now calling it, the more calories your body burns. When you place your feet, so you're at your desk, you're in the living room, when you place your feet on the Cubii, activating all these muscles, you increase your energy expenditure by over 84% compared to someone that's sitting beside you.
Wow.
Now you might be saying, well, guess what? I've got a stand-up desk, and that's a nice step in the right direction. A stand-up desk increases your energy expenditure by 14%. So standing is great. Standing for long periods of time in the same position, not so great. How great is the Cubii? 84%. I tell you, I have this in my home. We're fighting for it because we love it so much and know how much it's doing for our body, and increasing your calorie burn by
it's crazy.
Over 84%.
And I don't want to be rude to the birthday girl, but let's all have silence for a moment. What do we hear? Nothing. We don't hear anything. This is whisper quiet. No one will ever know that you are exercising while you are at work. While everyone is taking their exercise break on their lunch break, or on what would be called maybe the typical smoke break or the health break. You can do this while being productive. You can do this while knitting. You can do this while playing on your tablet. You can play all your little Bejeweled, Bejazzled games, and you can exercise. And if you have an office, whether it's a home office or maybe you actually work outside of the home, what a great chance to get your workout in, which means you are saving time for the other things that you really, really enjoy. Because most of us, unless you're Rosalie, it's a struggle sometimes to get the motivation to go to the gym.
Definitely. And here, you don't have to even change into gym gear. We actually recommend just keep your regular foot gear on. You can do it in bare feet. You can do it in heels. This was specially designed to get you fitter and healthier while you're sitting. It wasn't an afterthought. Matter of fact, the Mayo Clinic has put their stamp of approval. I've been in the fitness industry now for over 30 years, and the big things over 30 years that have changed is women are now lifting more weight. And the second thing is that we are now realizing the importance of these little bite-sized pieces of activity are just as effective, or if not even more effective, on the state of your health than a full exercise routine. So we now have an acronym called NEAT, Non-Exercise Activity Thermogenesis. The amount of calories that your body burns when you're not doing traditional forms of exercise. So the Mayo Clinic wants you to park further away. They want you to take the stairs instead of the escalator, and they want you to slide this underneath your desk. Because many of my clients that come to see me, they're professional women. They're like, and I would like, put a kettlebell on your desk, swing it around. They're like, that's not cool at my office.
Yeah, and it's not realistic for many of us. We'd like to think that we can sit on the little big ball instead of the chair. And for some of us, that's just not possible.
Right. You would not even know. Again, Cubii is silent. It makes absolutely no noise whatsoever. It won the Good Design Award. This has a very special place. This doesn't compete with your spin class, your step class, your Zumba class. This is not class. This is when you're in your boots, in your heels. This is when you're at the desk having to work and you want to make an impact on your health. this is the way to do it.
Reading a magazine. If you've got time to read a magazine, you've got time to exercise. If you've got time to have a sip of your coffee, you're probably watching right now. If you're watching Good Morning tSc, and thank you for doing that, you've got time to exercise. And it's fun, and it doesn't hurt. It's non-impact. This is a huge thing because it's non-impact from a physical standpoint, but a huge impact from a health one.
Right, and what I love about it is that you don't have to be in that perfect upright position. When I'm using my Cubii at home, I'm relaxed like you are, binge watching The Crown. Have you seen it?
Oh, hello, second season binge watch.
And not feeling guilty because, again, we have now had it drummed into our heads. Sitting is the new smoking. Sitting is the new smoking. Well, let's do something about it because we are not getting up. On average, most of us are sitting for at least 9 hours a day. Here you've got your onboard electronics that counts your steps, the approximate calories you burn, the time that you spent. But again, you don't even need to look at that because you're going to feel good by just having something that moves your body, not only in through the calf area and the foot and the quadriceps and the hamstrings, but your buttock and your core.
Less than $1 a day. Less than $1 a day. When you look at over the course of a year, what do you use every day? Well, you have your coffee every day. Most things we kind of are periodic. If this is here and if it is out, and it will be because it's nice to look at, it's small, it's compact, it can be under your desk. If it's there, you will use it. If you build it, they will come.
Right.
And that's what happens here. And then it's paid off. Now, listen. Trust me. Well, trust her. She's 56 today. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To Rosalie, who ages like a fine wine. She gets better with age. But get it home. Try it. See what a difference it can make when you get those small bite-sized pieces of movement. And why does it actually work? Because it's easy to do. And you know, if it's not easy to do, we tend to procrastinate.
Right.
This is easy.
Even if it's, sometimes it's just like, oh, do I have to put my running shoes on?
No, look at it. I didn't even have to. I
You
came to work
don't.
and I was like, ooh, what am I going to do? I'm doing some beautiful jewelry. She's like, no, don't. You don't have to wear your workout gear. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
please
my alarming
don't
deal. I got
change.
it all.
Again, this is not to compete with your exercise classes. This is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. The Mayo Clinic is all over this. Again, they spend over $600 million a year trying to find ways to keep people healthier. They have put their stamp of approval on Cubii, but they also went the step further. They did some actual research. It's just amazing that the Mayo Clinic is interested in Cubii. Again, it has won awards. Time Magazine did say it's one of the top gifts.
So basically, those of you who grabbed this before Christmas, yeah, good for you because it was one of the top gifts of 2017, and health is always an appropriate gift.
Exactly. And again, we've finally got the solution. We're saying, sure, we all do sit. Stop feeling guilty about it. Start doing something better for your health. As we age, we do have problems with our joints. Maybe it's harder for you to get up and get outside. We had the coldest winter ever. You know, none of us were going outdoors. Here you've got that solution for your health. Health is wealth. When you feel good, everything in life is that much better?
Well, it's a trickle-down effect, right? You have to kind of make a change to see a change. If you do nothing, nothing changes. And when you have something that is easy, that means you don't have to change into gym clothes. You don't even have to go outside. You don't even have to get off your couch. And I can't even imagine. I'm sitting next to Rosalie Brown, who, listen, we all have heard sitting is the new smoking.
Right.
You have a business built on getting people moving. And yeah, you can up your game 100%. Do your spin classes, do all that. But if you are watching right now and you just thought, I can't do anything, you might even be a bit more bedridden.
Right.
You're halfway there. You're trying to do something. You can do this from a reclining position.
Definitely. And again, it's just as effective. With Cubii, again, slide it. It's silent. It's medical grade. It weighs a good 30 pounds. It's solid once you get it at home. Assembly, super easy. You just screw on 4 screws for the pedals.
Okay, item number 551829. This is the Cubii Jr. Of course, you get the resistance levels that will give you that ability to do everything from beginner, of course, to something a little more advanced. And we've offered the 4 easy pays. So $62.25. Look at Kelly. You could be her working out at home, working out at your craft desk, doing your knitting at your office, and you can do it from the comfort of your couch. Perhaps while you're watching Good Morning tSc by the time you get it home. Happy birthday to our love, Rosalie.